My favorite way to travel, since I don't have the money to actually go anywhere, is with food. So today we are going to northern India. So in the area of Kashmir and Punjab, we're going to do a dish that involves mustard oil. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome to my kitchen. I'm Judith, and today we are going to make a recipe for curried fish that comes from Kashmir region, Punjab in India. And I am not going to try to pronounce the name. I'm sorry. I will put it in the notes though. So I have 2 lovely kingfish steaks and a whole bunch of spice. So I have some black cardamom, cloves, turmeric, garam masala, ginger, Asafoetida, salt, chili powder, and fennel powder, which I actually had to grind some fennel seeds to get because I can't find it in the stores, and some tomato puree. So first off, we are going to open up our fish package, pat our fish dry, and marinate it. Oh, we also need some lime juice. We've given our fish steaks a good rinse, and we're just going to pat them dry. Because they are going to be fried, so we don't want them soaking wet. We're going to get a plate. And we're going to transfer them to a plate. We got some lemon juice. I'm just going to give them a little sprinkle. Turmeric. Marinate them with turmeric and salt. Sprinkle of salt, rub it in. Now you want to put your fish on a rack or something because it is going to continue to leak water. So now that we've got the spices on it, we're just going to put it on a rack and we're just going to let it drain, dry off a little, because the drier it is, the better. And we'll set that aside while we get the rest ready. I have a half a cup of mustard oil in my pan. And you want a pan that's big enough to fit your fish. And one thing you have to do with mustard oil is bring it to the smoke point first. Apparently it will change color. Now I've never used mustard oil before, and I'm so looking forward to this. But it will change color and change flavor. Apparently this actually makes it more edible because mustard oil has a reputation for not being a good thing to eat. Alright, our oil has hit the smoke point. So we turn the temperature off and let it cool to the temperature we want to cook in. So mustard oil apparently has amazing health benefits, especially for heart. It has omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acids. And apparently reaching the smoke point is mostly just to lessen the mustardy flavor because it has a strong flavor. And if you're doing this at home, you may want to open a window as it has a very strong smell as well. So now we're just going to let it cool enough that we're not going to scorch our fish when we put it in. Once the oil has cooled to the temperature you want for cooking, we're going to carefully slide our fish steaks in. There we go. Oh, I may have let it cool a little more than I intended. I was expecting it to spatter a whole bunch more. So now we're just going to fry them on both sides. Alright, I turned the temperature up a little bit after I put them in because it was a little too low. And we're doing nicely. We don't want to cook our fish too long because fish is delicate and it will fall apart. But we do want it to be cooked. So we'll give it about 7 minutes on the side. When they're brown on the first side, just turn them over very carefully and let them brown on the second side. And then we're going to remove them from the oil and put them on a plate while we make the curry sauce. Right, now that our fish is cooked, we are going to take it out. Oops, no, I'm trying not to break it up. Put it on a plate. We do need some of the oil for our curry sauce, but not all of it, so I'm going to get a different pan and just pour a couple of tablespoons in. And we will put the rest aside and let that pan get warm, and then we will get started on the sauce. Now that this pan is up to temperature, we're going to add our 3 whole cloves, 3 black cardamom, and a little teeny pinch, and believe me, that's all you want, of Asafoetida, otherwise known as hing powder. And when this sizzles, we will be adding our tomato puree, powdered fennel, and powdered ginger. And again, maybe I did not have the pan hot enough. I have a tendency to not want to turn the heat up terribly high, especially under a no-stick pan. But that already has a very distinctive aroma. Basically, you just really want it to get to be aromatic. You're not really trying to fry anything at this point. So then we add our cup of tomato puree. I'm using string tomatoes. And a teaspoon each ginger powder and fennel powder. Stir that together. And we are going to want to let this cook for about 30 minutes. So I've also added our chili powder, which I'm using Korean chili powder because it's the closest I can find to Kashmiri chili powder, some garam masala, and salt, and then we're just going to let that cook together. And my recipe says, or the recipe I'm basing this on says, until the oil leaves the sides, which happens fairly quickly. Then we're going to add water. So at this point, because I don't want a whole lot of sauce, I'm going to add a half cup of water. And it will depend totally on how much and how thick you want your sauce. That looks nice, but I think we'll add a little more because we are going to have to cook it for a while. I'm just going to add about maybe another quarter of a cup, and we'll keep another half cup or so in reserve just in case we need to thin it down more later. So that's stirred in there. Let's give it a taste. That is lovely. Just need to cook the tang out of the tomato and it'll be one. When you see it start to bubble, turn the heat down because you don't want it at a full boil. Just want it to do a nice simmer. Got it there, it's going. So we're gonna just, and it is thickish, so it won't take a lot of heat to keep it out of the simmer. Now that we have this has been simmering for a while and it looks wonderful. We are going to slide our fish back in. Get them nice and warm. And a bit of sauce on top of it, let it warm through. I can't resist another taste. Oh yeah. This is my version of a Kashmiri fish curry. This is a tomato-based curry sauce. It is absolutely wonderful, and everyone knows I do not like super spicy food. This is perfect for my level of spice. Kashmiri food is not extremely spicy. I chose to serve it with some saffron rice. You can serve it with plain rice if you like. Show the fish. Oh. And I used kingfish, which is a mackerel. I think generally it's done with a river fish, a freshwater. Mackerel is a saltwater fish, but it works wonderfully. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you know when I put up a new one. And I do put up a video every week, sometimes twice a week if the video is short. They go up on Sunday at midnight Pacific time or Wednesday. I will see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching.